Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. So, this program is called The Social Undercard. We're focused on stories that jab and leave you hooked. Today, I have my girl, Miss
Hey,
Lindsay
Lindsay.
Black. She is the mind behind Life Through My Lens. And in a second, I'm going to allow her to tell you all about that. But I'm so excited. So, this segment is called Jabs, Jokes, and Justice, where we can talk about anything from politics, pop culture. And my goal is really just to get the voices of the often unheard, which is also kind of the namesake of by this being called the social undercard. Real quick, boxing has been a new hobby for me, and the undercard is genuinely a boxer that, they y'all sleep on them for real. They're not like the Mayweathers or the Mike Tysons of the
Mhm.
world, but like, don't sleep. So that's my spiel about this platform and why I wanted to do it. And I really wanted to talk to people that's in my own network that I feel like should have bigger voices than they already do. So you were one of the first people that came to mind. I love what you do with Life Through My Lens. Just it's very you. I think that's why I love it so much. It's very you.
Correct.
So I love how you hit on, take what you take and leave what you don't. And I was like,
hmm
you know what? That's what the people need to hear. But enough yapping from me. I want to let you, Lindsay, tell us all about your platform and how you got started and what inspired you.
Okay. Well, let me throw it back a little bit. My name is Lindsay Black, affectionately known as Miss Black. And that comes from my history many, many moons ago as a teacher in Washington, D.C. So I taught second through seventh grade math. I taught for 5 years and some change. It'd be feeling like dog years to me, though, because I did teach through the pandemic. So it feel like 20 years of teaching. Left the classroom, did an 8 month sabbatical to reset my nervous system, and then I jumped into ed tech sales and curriculum sales. And then that ended about like almost 3 years in. And then I actually have been unemployed for about 10 months or so. And what's beautiful about it is that I've really had to sit in the uncertainty and not think about so much of what I can control, what I want to control, and think more about what I can create, which is why I'm like so glad to be on this platform because I'm like, you're in the creation mode. So the light in me sees the light in you. And if I could have a talk show, I would have a talk show. I'm pretty eclectic. I'm pretty funny if I say so myself. And I was like, well, how do I make that a thing on social media? Because I don't know if I'm like, a niche. I'm not baking every day or anything, but I have so many different thoughts on things and very candid opinions. So I thought of Life Through My Lens through the help of my close friends. They helped me come up with that name. And every week I allow people that are watching my story to submit topics. It could be people asking about love, relationships, and dating. People can ask about my opinion on if kids should be on tablets or kids should be playing outside. It's a wide range. And I appreciate doing that because I want to know what the community is interested in because I'm a very like collective first type of girl. And then I choose eight that I want to talk about, and I give like it's supposed to be a minute, but as you can see, I'm long-winded. A minute to 2 minutes of just my spiel and my take on it. And I always introduce the series, the segment, with letting people know that it's life through my lens, that I have a certain perspective based on like my child rearing, my experience, my personality. I'm also an Aquarius, so like I could just pull from anywhere and anything. But I remind people that they should think critically. You should question what I say. And sometimes you're going to agree with me and it's going to resonate so heavy. And sometimes you're not. And that's also okay because that is just the human experience. So that's life through my lens. That's how I got there.
Yes, I love it. And thank you so much for sharing. My first question is being as you take questions from your viewers or your audience, and then you choose eight that you're actually going to talk about, is it kind of just okay, these really stick out to me, or do you actually take time to develop your responses? So is it more
Mhm.
spontaneous or is it more like planned out when you tell people what you think?
This is such a great question because I think anybody who is starting out with something new, like the workflow and the systems, we're kind of building the plane as we fly it. It's not fresh off the dome. I tell you that. I will literally sit down. I choose the eight. Sometimes I'll categorize them. I really like to choose ones of people who probably wouldn't normally submit a topic because I want everybody to feel like they're being heard. And I use this app called Notion, and I type out the topic and then I type out my thoughts in the script. Some of them I could do it one take, Jake, just right off the tongue because I feel so passionate about it. There
Right,
are other ones where I'm like, this is really meaningful. I want to provide a very different perspective that is like research backed. And I'm really big on us being in agreement with the denotative definition of a word so that we can all be on the same page. So
right.
some of them I do a little more research just to make sure that I'm giving the people what I think they need, but also just speaking accurately.
Oh, for sure. Is there a topic that you've gotten recently that really took you aback as far as, wow, y'all really asking me this? Like, or maybe you're like, okay, I don't know the answer to this, but I'm just go with it anyway. Has there been a topic like that for you lately?
Honestly, yes. There's so many. I think when people ask me about the political climate, Um, I'm not taken aback in that I haven't heard of this. I'm just like, I have so many feelings. Some of them aren't politically correct feelings. And so I really have to think about like how I feel about it. I think somebody asked me about like universal healthcare. And for me, like, what's the question? You
Right,
know?
right, right. Like,
Like,
so, I mean,
we should.
should we have it? Because I don't think that's a question.
I don't think it's a question either. So it's very interesting. And then it's also interesting because you can see what is just top of mind of people. I think somebody asked me the other week. I didn't even know the man was still on Instagram for real, but he asked me about my thoughts on non-monogamy and if I would ever be part of a polycule. And
Mhm.
I was like, oh, this is very different from all the other topics that were there. So I pick and choose. Some people I'll respond publicly. Some people I will just respond directly to because I trust them with certain information. Because I'm not one of the content creators that's like, let me have no boundaries and put all my business out there for the
Right.
sake of a conversation or for engagement.
Right. And I think that's definitely something important to keep in mind because that can also, as your platform grows, which I know it will, you don't want to leave yourself open to scrutiny, may or may not be the right word, but to your point,
Mhm.
you're putting your own business out there, leaves you vulnerable, I guess is a better word.
Yes,
And
yes, I
now
agree
you're
with
like kind of caught in this, okay, what do I do? What do I do? But it is good that you're also doing that while remaining authentic to yourself and your brand.
that. Thank you.
I love that. So, is there a topic that you have right now that you secretly wish someone would bring up?
Oh, that's a good question. Right now, I can't think of one off the top of my head. Oh, I'm lying. I'm lying because I actually wanted to plant it in there, but I was like, Lindsay, you don't need to plant it. You can just create a reel and post it. Like, you don't have to go in order. I have one of my biggest pet peeves with society right now is the lack of understanding of common psychological terms. So, for example, a lot of my friends are like, oh, yeah, my intrusive thoughts were, just coming up. And I'm like, okay, what's the thought? Oh, I don't like her shoes. That's an internal thought.
Right,
That's
correct.
something that maybe is not kind to say out loud, but it's not an intrusive thought because an intrusive thought is really more detrimental to your mental health and potentially your physical health. And it's something that's reoccurring. Like people who have eating disorders have intrusive thoughts about what they look like and what they should look like. And then that is one of the pieces that causes them to engage in harmful behaviors. So like I wish people would ask me about that and like love bombing. If a man likes you, he's going to be really nice to you because he wants to impress you.
That is not love bombing.
It's not love bombing
Right.
unless there's like some like power dynamic or his intention is to be abusive. Like I wish people would ask me more about these things because words mean things and we're missing that piece right now.
I definitely agree. And it's interesting how much we rely on social media and things like that. But I feel that different trends and because people are becoming more knowledgeable about these different things, it's almost as if these words that actually mean things are becoming just like trendy or buzzwords. And I think that's where a lot of that is coming from, to your point. Because I'll admit that I didn't even know at first what love bombing was, for example. And it's like, but to your points, a man just showing that he's liked you, or maybe more affectionate than you're used to, does not necessarily mean love.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, but I think that we've been trained with all this media to kind of take things and run with them, so to speak. It kind of actually reminds me of a podcast I was listening to, and they do kind of an advice column, and I believe that they were saying, oh, something to the effect of holding space for others. And they were like, well, first of all, your therapist is supposed to hold space for you. You're not supposed to be holding all this different space for people in your life, especially when it comes to your own personal boundaries. And again,
Mm.
boundary was is another thing that I've personally been seeing is used incorrectly. As someone who's healing myself, a boundary is all about what you're gonna do should someone cross that boundary,
Correct.
and it's just I feel like it's being misused and overused, and that's why a lot of people kind of run into these same type of issues. So I think you definitely hit it on the head with that being a topic. Well, that means I expect to see this topic on a future episode of Life Through My Lens.
Correct. It's in the works. It's in the works.
It's in the works. So, um, we're gonna get ready to wrap up because I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you are a busy, busy lady, and we have to give the people wanting more. But before we go, we would like to know what's next for you and where can the folks find you?
Yes. So what's next for me? I'm going to continue with Life Through My Lens. It is a series that is on my story every Tuesday. It's also on my highlights. If you're someone that's interested in getting to see what hear what I'm talking about, see what I'm doing, my Instagram is the divine siren underscore. Or you could type in Life Through My Lens, and let me spell it to you because it's a play on words. Life spelled the same way, through THRU. My spelled the same way, and Linds is LINDS. Play on my name there. So I'm gonna grow that. Gonna figure out where it can go. Gonna shift over to YouTube, maybe do a live or something. So I'm just open to see what's next. And I'm just grateful to have it seen by you, and you see the value and the authenticity, and to be on your platform right now. It's just truly amazing.
Don't make me cry today, okay? I've been having a good now crying, so make me cry today. But thank you, thank you, thank you. Y'all heard the lady. Please tune in to Life Through My Lens, and I believe it's every Tuesday, correct? Do you have a
Yes,
certain
ma'am.
time, or do you just kind of be like, okay, I haven't done Life Through My Lens today, so let me do it?
There's a certain time.
Okay.
Am I behind today? Yes, because today's Wednesday and we haven't finished it. But I think that's also part of the authenticity piece. Ideally, I would start at 3 p.m. PST. But life be happening sometimes. And I'm like, let me just give myself some grace and it'll be done by today. So it's up there for 24 hours.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, and definitely can't wait to hear more from you.